All right. So we got 61 orders going out, totaling a little over $1,700 in sales on eBay. And then add on to that, we had $300 in sales on Poshmark, and that was about 12 orders. So stick around to the end of the video to find out what sold. So starting it right off are these 3 men's express button-up shirts, a combined order where I offered the buyer a discounted shipping for multiple quantity orders. Simple men's medium button-up shirts. Sold pretty quickly. I listed these a couple months ago, and they all sold for $30 plus $8.95 shipping. All right, so we got some socks going out. This is a pretty decent brand, Darn Tough. These are some wool blend socks that sold pretty quickly, about a month from listing, and I took a best offer of $17 plus shipping. What we got here is a brand new with tags pair of Quicksilver jeans. These were listed over a year ago, came from a storage unit buyout I did last year. But the cool part is since I'm not doing my markdown sale anymore, these sold closer to the original asking price. And I took a best offer this morning of $23 plus shipping. And I'm trying to just get these older items out of here so I could continue to take those profits and reinvest them back into my business. All right, this is just a couple of accessory bags by the brand Chums. CHUMS, Chums accessory bags, new with tags, sold on a best offer of $14 plus $6.95 shipping. And this men's Timberland polo shirt, new with tags, listed over a year ago though, but it still sold for $19.96 plus shipping. So great sales week. I see things picking up. I just checked my monthly statistics, and for the month, we are up over 20% in sales. So I'm starting to see a little bit more shoppers come into my store buying things like underwear, socks, belts, more of the new with tag items. And the last few items I just showed you were all new items. From those accessory bags to that polo shirt to those Quicksilver jeans, those were all new. And now you're starting to see the benefits of purchasing new items to bring into my store to be able to attract those type of buyers for Q4. I want to know how things are going for you guys. I know it's been a weird last couple months, especially if you're an eBay reseller, but I want to know. I want to reach out. You know, how are things coming along? Do you see any difference versus last Q4 of last year? I know people are saying they're not seeing the same kind of results that they were seeing this time last year, but keep in mind, this just started. People are just now getting their bearings on what to buy and who to buy those gifts for. Prime Day is coming up on Amazon in like 2 days, so expect to see maybe a sales dip on eBay where more people are going to be shopping on Amazon. But I want to know, how is your eBay store performing? What's going on? All right, so I am totally done consolidating. Yay! So I do that every 3 months or so, and it does take quite some time. But you can see I have freed up 5 full racks of space. So I could usually store about 500 items per rack. So you can see here I got space for about 2,000 to 3,000 more items to fit into my store. I have 10,000 items in my eBay store, but I will say one of the best reasons why this inventory system works for clothing resellers and also other types of resellers to be able to fit in this sequential system. You can see everything's numbered here sequentially and keeps things organized. I just want to say, if you guys are thinking about getting into this inventory system and you want to know like what type of boxes I use or kind of what the clear poly bags are like, or even the racks, you could check it out, link down below, where you can see all of the types of materials that I use to run this system. The best part is you don't lose orders. It's easy to consolidate if you have a smaller space. A lot of people run 2,000-3,000 item stores with just this simple type of inventory system out of an apartment, out of a storage, little storage warehouse or a storage unit. You could fit this easily in like a 10 by 20 spot and still run a pretty good sized store. So I want to say thank you for people who have been using the links as well. I appreciate you all, and it does really help support the channel. Kind of crazy, just this one pair of socks by the brand Happy Socks sold for $13 plus shipping. I got hundreds of pair of socks by this brand, Happy Socks. I've basically just been lotting them up in packs of 3. One of my favorite brands to resell is the brand Prana. This is a pair of Prana pants for women, size 2, not the best size, listed 2 months ago, so it's sold for $24 plus shipping. You know, getting started in your resale business can be a little bit difficult, especially if you have no idea where to start or what items to pick up, what a listing habit even is, which is why Marcus Dixon and I have started a reseller mentorship. So we include 10 hours a week of coaching. And what coaching do we even do? Well, we help you guys apply some of the principles and steps that Marcus and I have put into place in our business that helped us do a little over $300,000 in sales last year and on pace for $400,000 combined this year. You can try it out. It's a 7-day free trial at no cost to you. You can find it linked down below, or you could just scan this QR code right here. We've been adding more and more features to this group lately because we want to invest into our community. We value everyone so much because it is our purpose and passion to help people like you hit the ground running, take the right step forward in your business. So you can get access to a reseller spreadsheet, a BOLO brand list, and we have added a new coach, Reseller Tom. You could check out his YouTube channel right here where he sells clothing. So he helps do the call on Tuesdays and Thursdays and can help a lot of the beginners out there get the ball rolling. As well, also I have provided access to my lister that has worked for me for the last 6 months, doing titles, doing keywords, doing brand research. That lister and her team is available to you guys as well. You can reach out to her in the Discord where she can help you with your listing habit. So we love everyone so much, and I appreciate all the members so far. We're around 55, 65 members. I just really want to add as much value as possible, and we'll be continuing to do so. We also have an Amazon influencer call for anyone that's interested as well. We'd love to see you there. All right, so here is the sales report for the month. I know we're only 9 days in, but you can see here we're up 24.7% over the previous time period. Quantity sold is up 18%. And then you could see here my average sale price is holding steady at around $25.50, which is great. Selling costs are getting lower, which is awesome. Obviously, we don't want to be giving a ton of money to eBay. Usually I'm hovering between 45 to 50% of selling costs, but now we've gotten it down to about 43%. What a beautiful thing. So how is your sales report looking? I don't know if you are a clothing reseller or whatever type of reseller. Drop in the comments down below. Are you seeing a little bit more people coming in doing some shopping for the holidays? Selling a lot of dresses lately, which is fine. You know, it's still a little warm out. Yesterday was 80 degrees, so pretty nice to see these still be selling. This is a Bowden women's dress, size 2 petite, listed about 4 months ago and sold for $17.95. All right, so this 12 pack of underwear just sold by the brand 2X IST. Have a lot of these. Came from the storage unit, so I'm blotting these up. But I had these listed for quite some time, over a year, right? So I took a best offer of $24 plus shipping. All right, so another lot of 6 underwear. This is Calvin Klein, size medium, sold for $60 plus shipping. All right, so we had this men's pair of Wrangler jeans that took a while to sell, probably about 8 to 10 months, sold on a best offer of $10 plus shipping. And I think the reason why is because they're size 46-30. So you could see a little bit of a slower sell-through rate in those sizes, like above size 38 waist. It's just not a common size, so it's going to take a little bit longer to sell. Now I want to get to the title of the video of what resellers get wrong most of the time, and especially beginners. You know, the race to getting good at anything takes thousands of hours of practice. Yes, we're talking about practice. You know how long it took for me to be able to even be somewhat proficient at identifying quality clothes to put in my resale business? It took me years. I would say my first year reselling clothing on eBay, I was a novice. It took me hours and hours of looking up brands, checking the comps, checking sell-through rates. And because it took me so long, is really I had to get a grip of from knowing nothing to actually getting a little bit of education in that area. You know, I didn't know much about clothing before I got started, but I would say it took me thousands of hours of doing research just to even get to this point. And I by no means am a master or an expert in clothing. There's so many other people that know more about clothing than I do. I just got to a point to where now I can actually make money off of what I know. So really, what most of the time what resellers get wrong, especially beginners, is they think that they could jump right into a specific niche or category and really be good at it. Unless you have prior experience to what you're selling, maybe video games or Pokemon cards, you know, that's an exception. But if you're getting into selling something that you're maybe not too, you know, knowledgeable about, it's going to take thousands of hours. If you've read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, he talks about how people got being masters and experts in that field. It's 10,000 hours to become a master in anything. So the Michael Jordans of the world, the Tiger Woods, the Kobe Bryants, they took hours and hours of persistence of working on their craft. You know, how many hours have I put into researching clothing? Probably over 1,000, but not nearly 10,000, I don't think. I do know that it is over 1,000 hours that I've spent researching, looking up brands, looking up pricing, looking up materials, and also just doing research locally. So it takes some time. And I just want to encourage you guys that if you are just beginning and you're having a hard time figuring out your niche, know that we're in the same boat. We're all in it together. We all start at that point. The key is to just keep practicing. Keep practicing and don't give up, because through practice you're going to master the skills, you're going to be able to apply the skills that you're learning, and you're going to be able to sharpen those skills as you go forward in your business. So for me, it took over a year to get even somewhat average, and still this is about year 3, and I'm still like, what? That brand sells for this much? What? You know, it's surprising to me, you know, when I learn new things in this niche, because I've been in it for over 3 years, for about 3 years. And, you know, just really make sure that you get the practice in to become good. That's a requirement to become good at anything, is practice. So, you know, just keep working on your skills and you'll be surprised where you end up. Over this last weekend, I saw tons of new with tag items being sold out of my store. And that's great because I've had these items for quite some time. And this is another Timberland shirt, Timberland button-up shirt. You can see the SKU number here, 7783. This is over a year old, probably was listed about last July or last August of last year. But because I'm not running my markdown sale, it's still sold close to full asking price. Timberland's not the highest sell-through rate brand in the world, right? Not the best. So this is an extra small, new with tags button-up shirt by Timberland, sold for $22 plus $6.95 shipping. All right, another new with tag item. This is a new with tags Banana Republic size small men's sweater, listed last July. Sold for best offer of $10 plus $8.95 shipping. All right, so this underwear by the brand Rips, size medium, new in box, sold for $14.36 plus shipping. This is a pair of men's Eddie Bauer jeans that I just listed about a month ago. Sold on a coupon where I was listing these about $17.95, and they used a 20% off coupon, so it sold for $14.36 plus shipping. All right, so now we're answering some questions that came on YouTube, and if you guys want your question answered, just drop a comment down below and we'll feature it in an upcoming video. This is by Nash TV8. They go, I'm always confused when articulate, smart people do eBay full-time. Can't you get a high-paying job working 40 hours a week somewhere? I only do eBay because I'm a dyslexic weirdo with poor tech skills. So while that may be, you know, your opinion, I think a lot of smart people start out on eBay for the freedom of not having to work for someone else. And for me, when I got into eBay, I knew that I wasn't going to be doing eBay as my career. I was going to build up this business and be able to start other businesses. So I think eBay is just a way to jump onto what you're really born to do. You know, for me, I had worked for someone else for 15, 20 years of my life, and I kind of got to a point, where I was like, why don't I sharpen my skills and put them to good use and be able to start my own business so I can get a lot of my time back. I have a family, you know, I have kids, and I want to be able to see them grow up and spend time with them. So while I could go out and work 40 hours a week, maybe at a tech startup or writing prompts for ChatGPT or whatever, the time that I get back with my family is far more valuable than any money that I could ever be paid. You know, so I've seen people quit their jobs and make half as much money on eBay or half as much money reselling, but when it all comes down to it, they did it for a reason. And if that reason is money, then you might have to check why you're doing reselling in the first place. So there's people, you know, that want to start reselling because they want their time with their family back, or simply they just don't like being told what to do. So I really do believe that we were all born to start our own business. You know, working for someone else is great. It's a great way to learn how to manage, people, you know, to see how a business runs. But I think in the long run, most people have the deep desire inside them to run their own business and be able to manage, you know, inventory, be able to manage whatever type of business it may be. But I just kind of had it with working for someone else. I instead of building someone else's dream and working for someone else's dream, I'd rather take a risk and go all in and start working on my own. Do you feel the same? Here's an REI accessory bag. Not new with tags, it's new without tags. Just a simple bag by REI. Don't really know what else to say, other than it was listed a couple months ago and it sold for $11 plus shipping. An amazing brand is Aviator Nation. It's kind of like an old school retro style brand based in LA. And this is just a pair of men's joggers, sweatpants, size small. Sold for $79 plus shipping. So if you can ever find Aviator Nation while you're outsourcing, I'd pick it up. Hey, Faded Glory, you could see it. This is actually a new at Tags Faded Glory camo Henley shirt. Sold for, what did it sell for? Sold for $15.96 plus shipping. But look at that SKU number. This is over a year old. Another new item going out the door. Praise the Lord. This is a men's Nike Air Jordan full zip sweater, sold on a best offer of $12 plus shipping. Not all sales are good sales. I think anything under $10 plus shipping for my business model is almost considered, I see it as like a failure, but it's just a way to improve, right? You got to fail forward. So this is an Izod golf polo, something I would not pick up today and put into my store. Sold within probably 8 to 10 months, but it only sold for $6 plus shipping. So that's something that I'm looking to work on by raising my cost of good, or raising my average sale price and avoiding items like this. Even though it still made me money, it's something that I'm kind of starting to steer away from. Fast sale right here, a 3-pack of socks by the brand Lorenzo Uomo. Pretty nice here, very fancy, made out of Italian cotton. Wow. So this 3-pack of socks sold on a coupon international order for $14.36 plus shipping. All right, this is a vintage Prana shirt, women's size small, kind of a colorful looking pattern there. Very good brand, sold for $15 plus $6.95 shipping. All right, this is just an Oakley fleece quarter zip sweater, size medium, listed about 6 months ago, and it sold for $13.05 plus shipping. So one thing I wanted to touch on, back to going back to the practice topic, is that we really got to stay focused on what it really takes to become a proficient reseller. And I'm not just talking about on eBay or Poshmark, just a reseller in general. Is it does take a lot of practice and effort to really know what works for your business model and what doesn't work, because what might work for me may not work for you. And that's the whole point of this channel, is just really showing you what has been working for me, so you guys can take some of those pieces and tips, you know, maybe from how I do my photo setup to how I do my shipping, or even down to my schedule. And that's something I haven't even talked about much, is I like to get all my eBay stuff done and all my reselling work done by 12 or 1 o'clock. So by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I could shift my focus on other business priorities. And you got to really find when you're at your best to be able to get all this work done. And that takes practice. It took me practice to get the right schedule down. It took me practice to find my right sourcing route. It took me practice to get all these things working together. And I'll just say it's a never-ending search to find, you know, the right methods that are going to work for you. And, you know, always keep improving in different areas of your business, but it is going to take some, you know, effort on your end, and to be able to just keep putting in the reps and keep getting good practice reps in, so you can go faster in your reseller journey. Another new with tag item. This is a Hurley full zip sweater, size medium. So really nice. Took a best offer of $30 plus $8.95 shipping. Another new item going out the door. If you could see the tag right there, this is an amazing brand to be picking up. John Varvatos. This is a John Varvatos wool scarf for men, sold for $35 plus shipping. This is a faux fur women's vest by Old Navy, size small, sold for $13 plus shipping. Just want to remind everyone that when in doubt, zoom out. These are my numbers so far year to date, and I'm very happy to be up 15%. Up 15% on quantity sold and total sales overall. Very nice. What a blessing. You know, I just praise God every day that I was able to sell used clothing from, you know, the middle of nowhere where I live now, to be able to make a decent income. Yeah, you know, you're not going to make millions with these numbers, but at the same time, it's very thankful, you know, working, you know, 3-4 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and to be able to get results like this, it is a blessing. I love reselling. It has changed my life. But, you know, I just want to be able to open this up to people. You know, if you're looking at the day-to-day or the weekly, when in doubt, zoom out. What are your yearly numbers to date? You know, 15% isn't a lot, but for me, I'm happy. I had a killer year last year, you know, buying up those storage units. We did 178,000 in sales last year, so we might get close to that this year. We might fall a little short, but that's okay. Look at your year-to-date numbers. Let me know in the comments, how are you doing and how do you feel about those results? Had this men's Hugo Boss new with tags belt just sold, listed last week, and it sold on a best offer of $23 plus shipping. This is a men's Kenneth Cole V-neck sweater, size medium. Is cotton blend, so nothing too special about it, but it's still sold for $23 plus shipping. All right, some more underwear. This is 2 Calvin Klein underwear and some Rips underwear, sold for $34.32 plus shipping. Here's a J. Crew men's button-up shirt, size small. Listed 6 months ago or so, almost dropped it. Sold for $11.21 plus shipping. All right, here's an Oregon Ducks quarter zip pullover sweater, listed 3 months ago or so. The Oregon Ducks are doing really good this year, so I'm seeing a lot more of those items sell fast, which is great. So this sold for how much? $14.36 plus shipping. They used my store coupon. All right, a backpack sold by the brand Gregory. So this backpack, simple canvas backpack, sold for $28 plus $12.95 shipping. Vintage Armani wool dress pants, sold for $21.95 plus shipping. All right, Ava and Viv women's jeans, size 16W, sold for $15.96 plus shipping, and I just listed these 3 weeks ago. Some Polo Ralph Lauren men's briefs, sold on a best offer of $20 plus shipping. This is a Carolina Tar Heels pullover hoodie, men's size medium, listed 3 weeks ago. It had a couple stains on the front. Otherwise, I would have listed it a bit higher, but nonetheless sold for $11.96 plus shipping. Banana Republic women's blouse, size extra small. It is a linen blend, sold for $12 plus shipping. Men's North Face sweater. It's a fleece sweater, size medium. Let's see, 18-218. I probably listed this a month or two ago, and I took a best offer of $14 plus shipping. All right, this is an O'Neill women's sweater. Nothing too crazy about it. It's just a knit pullover. Listed, let's say, 4 to 6 months ago. Took a best offer of $12 plus shipping. Here's some Gap men's joggers, size medium, sold for $17.95 plus shipping. And another great brand, Hugo Boss. Nothing too special about this plaid Hugo Boss shirt. It's a size large, listed 6 months ago, took a best offer of $14.36 plus shipping. So a brand that surprises me from time to time is Dockers. You know, I don't usually like to pick up Dockers. I'll pick them up if they're new at tags, but I did recently get a few of these in a bulk purchase I made. So instead of just throwing them out, I did list them. So this is a pair of Dockers men's 3032, listed 2 months ago, took a best offer of $11.05. Would I recommend filling your store up with Dockers? No, I wouldn't. This is something that I'm going to be phasing out of my business model for the foreseeable future and not picking these up unless they're new with tags. All right, some more Calvin Klein underwear sold. Calvin Klein Steel and Calvin Klein X. Don't really know, but these are some more desirable models. You can see the original purchase price on there, maybe, yeah. It's like $26 and $22. These were made in 2010 and 2008. So these sold for $41 plus shipping. This is a Maurice's top plus size 1X, listed over a year ago, probably a year and a half ago. Sold for $11.96 plus shipping. Now you're probably wondering the point of these what sold videos. It goes back to me, in my purpose for this channel is helping people like yourself, helping you get better, helping you identify maybe some of the clothing that I'm picking up. Maybe you want to start introducing it to your store. There's so much clothing out there. So it goes back to practice. Practicing, watching what sold videos may not be, the most, entertaining, right? But at the same time, you are getting an education in seeing kind of what the market is like for some of these items that I'm picking up. Being able to see what I'm selling them for, how long I'm listing them for, so you can get a good expectation on, what that can be for your business. That's the whole purpose. I don't do anything for no reason. I don't do anything for no purpose. I know watching what sold videos can be a little redundant and repetitive, but at the same time, when you are watching, you kind of get a good market update as to what's going on in the clothing niche and category, and what things I should be looking out for when I go out sourcing. So I really do it just to help mainly beginners out there, because I know when I was just starting out, I had no idea what to buy. But watching a video like this, you can kind of get your brain wrapped around some of the brands, some of the things that I focus on, and maybe you'd want to add some of those items into your store. So that's what I'm aiming for with these what sold videos, and I hope it's helpful. This is a men's knit sweater by the brand United by Blue. Don't really know too much about it other than it's just a nice men's knit sweater, size medium, pretty older SKU. I'm on SKU 20,000 right now, so this was listed probably around 8 to 10 months ago, and this sold for $14 on a best offer plus shipping. Sold these beat up Nike Air Jordans. Really nothing much to say about these. They do have a bit of tread left on the backside, but they have some holes and some damage, and these sold within about 4 or 6 months. on a best offer of $25 plus shipping. I got these from a storage unit buyout I did this year, a couple months ago. This is an extra small women's top by Ann Taylor, sold for $14 plus shipping. God bless you, Ann Taylor. This is a men's diesel button-up shirt, new with tags. I believe this retailed for like $198. Has a pretty cool embroidery on the front. Diesel is another awesome brand, but I accepted a best offer of $70 plus shipping. I had it listed at $99.95 and another international order going out the door. All right, some Calvin Klein socks going out the door. Pretty nice. This is a 4-pack of Calvin Klein socks, sold for $17.95 plus shipping. Love this brand as well. It's a really nice, just quality brand. That is Robert Graham. This is a new with tags Robert Graham button-up shirt. Was listed over a year ago, so pretty nice. I'm happy I didn't have it marked down because it sold for $38 plus shipping. All right, so one thing that came from those storage units was maybe 300 to 500 blazers, all new with tags, brands ranging from Ralph Lauren, Oscar de la Renta, Kenneth Cole Reaction, kind of some no-name brands as well. This is a really nice sport coat. This probably was over $100 retail. But at the same time, I'm looking to get these items out of my store as I've just had them for a little too long that I'm comfortable with. So over a year old, a handcrafted cashmere blend in Italy, not handcrafted, sorry, crafted in Italy. So Oscar de la Renta blazer sold for a whopping $24 plus shipping. Say what you will. That's just kind of how I want to move these items, get them out of here. If you want an amazing deal on sport coats or blazers, I do have a link to my Poshmark closet down in the description below. I'll cut you a deal. If you're looking for a nice blazer or underwear or socks, you can check out my Poshmark closet and let's make it happen. All right, so now we're going to be going over some of the Poshmark sales. I picked out just a few of them that we could go over that I thought were some of the better sales. And so far, over the last 30 days, we've been averaging 3 sales a day on Poshmark. So I'm very happy with that. My store is almost completely cross-listed over. I have about 7,000 items in my Poshmark closet. So I just wanted to go over some of the sales with you guys. Really thankful I got started selling on Poshmark and really seeing better results than I thought I would be. I believe Poshmark is getting an influx of eBay resellers on their platform, which is a good and bad thing, because bad in meaning that more and more items are going onto Poshmark, and we got to wonder, is as many buyers coming to the platform? We'll see, but I know Poshmark has been great. So these are some Crocs, online arbitrage opportunity. I think I paid $11 for these. They are fleece lined. Sold these Crocs for $45. And then we have a sweaty Patagonia snapback hat, sold for $5 plus shipping. We have a Swiss Gear shoulder bag, sold for $18. Not bad. We had a really old item, over a year old. This item here is a Columbia men's Henley shirt, new with tags, sold for $22 plus shipping. We had this really cool diesel bucket hat, kind of smashed, kind of my fault actually. Sorry about that. I'll try to get it all straightened out before I ship this. This sold for $40 plus shipping. We had a Maurice's open knit sweater, sold for $16 plus shipping. We had another pair of underwear by the brand Rips, sold for $16 plus shipping. And then this sweater, this box is gonna fall. This is a quarter zip sweater. For men, size small, sold for $20 plus shipping. If you guys are wanting a little help getting cross-listing going, you can check out link below where you have a 25% off your first month using Vendoo. Something that we've been helping people in our Patreon lately is getting their items cross-listed over. So if you are interested in getting into cross-listing, you could check it out down below, just get a feel for the platform. But if you actually want help cross-listing your stuff from eBay onto other platforms, we do offer that as a service in our Patreon, as we do have a lister that helps with those types of items. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Just keep practicing and practicing, especially if you're a beginner. Keep taking that time to put in the work and put in the effort. And I just encourage you guys, no matter where you're at right now, just put in the work, put in the practice, and you will be surprised at the results down the road. I hope you all have a blessed rest of the day. Take care.